What is up, New York Liberty Fan TV? It is your boy, Mr. Ken NY. I am happy to tap in with you. We have the New York Liberty and Indiana Fever going down tonight. Very first meeting between Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark. This one will be in Indiana. We have a home and home. Indiana tonight, and Indiana will be traveling to Brooklyn on Saturday for the New York Liberty home opener. Before I tap in and go any further, I'm going to need you to do me a favor, hit the like button, to follow, to share, subscribe, whatever it is, and turn on your notifications for New York Liberty Fan TV. We are presented by Bucket for Bucket Podcast. And as I said, Game 2, New York Liberty will face off against the Indiana Fever. First game obviously was a bit of a nail-biter. The Liberty prevailed 85-80 against the Washington Mystics, a team that I feel like we play every home opener, but every season opener, forgive me. But the Liberty prevailed. It was a tough one. They came back and they were down by as many as 10 points going into that fourth quarter, and they came back with strong play behind Jonquel Jones, and of course Bucket B, Benijah Laney Hamilton went crazy in that fourth quarter on both ends of the court. Also want to shout out, some of the role players, the key role players. Kennedy Burke hit a big three. Niara Sabali put in some quality minutes, so did Ivana Dojkic and Leonie Fibic. We saw a lot of mixes with the starting lineups, with the lineups, a lot of different rotations. As we do know, they do have a packed schedule to start the season, so I think we'll be seeing a lot of different people play. I believe the only person we didn't see play was Marquisha Davis. And I expected that, being a rookie and such a tight-knit game that we saw against Washington, there wasn't much room for the rookie growing pains or errors like that. But we'll see how Sandy's rotation continues throughout the season and when we will get our first look at Marquisha Davis. But tonight, it is all about Indiana and New York Liberty. First of all, the Indiana Fever have sold out their season tickets. They've sold out their season ticket memberships. I'm pretty sure tonight's game is sold out. This is going to be Caitlin Clark's second game. And welcome to the WNBA, Caitlin. She had 20 points in her debut, but it was highlighted by 10 turnovers. And I think a lot of people are, just welcome to the WNBA and saying this and saying that about Caitlin Clark, and not giving the credit to a top 3 defense in the Connecticut Sun who don't play. They play no games on the defensive end. And that's something that I expect from the Liberty tonight too. As a top 3 defensive team, I don't want them to allow Caitlin Clark to have open looks or to get comfortable, or she has 2 opportunities to get it going against the Liberty, and we don't want her to get any games where she looks like the actual Caitlin Clark and has a breakout party. Not against us, because like I said, we need to pride ourselves on the defensive end. And tonight is the ultimate test to do so. Tonight is the ultimate test for the Liberty to pride themselves on the defensive end, especially on the perimeter, because although she's a rookie, she's a prolific shooter. She's a prolific scorer. She can find her teammates. And I think it'll be quite a test today. Who will we see guarding Caitlin Clark? I have no idea. I don't know if Sabrina's going to take on the test. I don't know if it's going to be Benijah. I don't know if it's going to be Sloot, or if we're going to see a collective effort. I do think there's going to be a lot of switching because of the fact that Aaliyah Boston and CC will utilize that pick and try to get her open looks. But the matchups in today's games, I think the matchups are like, we got Jonquel Jones versus Aaliyah Boston. That is right now, and versus the future. Like Jonquel Jones, obviously an MVP in this league, all-star, and Aaliyah Boston, an all-star herself too, is trying to make her way and get the Indiana Fever going in her second year. And she has a lot to bring to the table. Another matchup I'm not going to lie, I'm looking forward to see is Nalissa Smith versus Brianna Stewart. I want to see Brianna Stewart go at it with Alyssa. I think that is a great matchup. And again, the number one matchup that we're all waiting to see is Sabrina versus Caitlin Clark. I'm going to pose this question out to everybody, and I'd love to hear your answers. Who do you think ends the game tonight with more threes made? Caitlin Clark or Sabrina Ionescu? We'll see. We'll see. Tell me your thoughts in the commentary. Tell me your thoughts. Who do you think shoots and hits more three-pointers tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse? We will see what the deal is. But yeah, let's take a look at the notes for the Liberty and the Indiana Fever. This matchup, this will be the 88th time in the regular season that the Fever and the New York Liberty go head-to-head. The Liberty is 38-49 in their all-time regular season series. The two franchises, they've met 14 times in the postseason. Their last meeting coming in the first round of the 2015 WNBA semifinals. And in the postseason, New York is 6-8 against Indiana. Last year, the Liberty swept the season series against Indiana for the fourth time in franchise history. I do want to call out that one game that Aaliyah Boston hit that three to send it to overtime. But the Liberty did what they had to do just to, kind of close that out. New York scored 96.5 points per game in their four matchups against the Fever last season, and that was the Liberty's highest single-season scoring average against Indiana in franchise history. No team averaged more assists per game against a single opponent in 2023. The Liberty averaged 29 assists per game against Indiana, and as you know, we led the league in assists. 75% of our made field goals were assisted on, which is a WNBA and NBA high. And the Liberty have played the Fever in the regular season game on August 13th in their final meeting at Gainbridge. That meeting was one of Brianna Stewart's 5 40-point games. She had 42 points that last meeting. Shot 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. She had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. She also set a career high with 10 3-point attempts. I've never seen Stewie shoot that much, but she made half of them. And tied her career high with field goals made in 15. Jonquel Jones also added a double-double with that 15 and 12. She shot 50% from the field. 5 players on the Liberty shot better than 45% from the three-point against the Fever last season. That was Jonquel Jones, that was Brianna Stewart, Benijah Laney Hamilton, Sabrina Ionescu, and Ivana Dojkic. Stewie averaged 29 points per game against Indiana, and that led all players facing the Fever in 2023. Only Tina Charles and Brittany Griner had a higher single-season scoring average against Indiana in Fever history. Courtney Vandersloot averaged 11 assists in the 4 games against the Fever last season, and that led all Fever opponents, and that was one of Sloot's highest average against any team in 2023. Brianna Stewart and Benijah Laney Hamilton ranked first and second, respectively, among Fever opponents in field goal percentage on shots from the restricted area among players with 10 or more with more than 10 attempts. So Benijah Laney shot 78.6% in that restricted area. Do you know what Stewie shot? Stewie shot 93.9% in the restricted area against the Fever in 2023. That's crazy. That's insane. That is insane. 93%. That's insane. But yeah, some numbers just to throw out there. Obviously, Indiana is a much different looking team this go around. And when I say much different, you know, they added Caitlin Clark. I'm not too sure of the other pieces that they added, but that just knowing that the team, the structure of their roster, with the Erica Willers, the Alyssa Smiths, the Aaliyah Bostons, they have a formidable roster. It's going to take them some time to get their legs into them and get their chemistry flowing and everything like that. But I like what I've seen thus far from the Indiana Fever. They will pose a little bit of a threat to the Liberty, as they will to every team, all other 11 teams in the W. So it's up to the Liberty tonight to punch first, to stay committed on defense, and to play high IQ basketball. Not allow easy looks, and just make this a tough game on Caitlin Clark and Cole. My apologies for that short stoppage. I'm a one-man army, so we're still working through the kinks and flows of everything. But apologies for that brief pause. But yeah, tonight the Liberty definitely have to hit all cylinders and make sure. I think that starts with the defense. It has to start with the defense. That first game against Washington, there was some good, there was some bad, but the main thing is taking care of the basketball. Taking care of the basketball is the utmost importance for the Liberty. I think when they take care of the basketball, they don't make it so easy for the opponents to get points off of turnovers, to get fast breaks, to get transition buckets. So we're going to have to play our game, and that's going to have to start with taking care of the basketball first, playing defense and making sure we are not, getting CC open or Aaliyah easy looks in that paint. And that offensive flow, remembering that the Liberty assisted on 75% of the made baskets, averaged 29 assists against Indiana last season. Keep that same energy. We're going to have to run that back, continue moving the ball, and see what it is. I think the rotations today, we'll see exactly what Sandy does with the rotations. Again, it's not much time because they have the game tonight, then they got to get back on the road to head home to get ready for the home opener that everybody is anticipating on the 18th. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to that tonight. And we'll see exactly how they fare out. Again, I think the biggest matchups that we need to look at are the centers. We need to look at Jonquel Jones versus Aaliyah Boston. We need to look at Brianna Stewart and Alyssa Smith. And most importantly, Sabrina versus Caitlin. I wrote a story about this on NYL FTV. And in comparison to just looking at the future of the leagues, like you look at the NBA, you look at Chet versus Wemby. That's going to be matchup for years to come that everybody's going to be hyped and anticipating. And for me, I think when you look at the WNBA, it's the matchup that everybody's going to be hyped about all the time is going to be Sabrina versus Caitlin because of the similarities in their game. And when you heard Caitlin Clark speak at the WNBA draft, obviously we know Maya Moore is her favorite player of all time. But in recency of active players, Sabrina Ionescu is definitely Caitlin Clark's favorite player. And you see the similarities in their game. I always make the joke that Sabrina walks so Caitlin can run. And Sabrina, with her three-point prowess, the ability to move the ball at the guard position, the ability to rebound. I don't believe Caitlin is is as good as a rebounder as Sabrina is, not yet. But they are both really good. They both can get hot. You know that Sabrina was Miss Logo 3 last year. Like I feel like people forget, especially the new people who haven't been watching the WNBA for the newcomers, who've been watching the NCAA W, and then they come in, they've been watching Caitlin Clark, and it's something else to see somebody shoot the ball the way they've been and doing. But we've seen this already as Liberty fans. We know how hot Sabrina can get. We seen the work that she did all last year, and then you go into the All-Star game, and you even go into the NBA All-Star Weekend. What she did last year is what afforded her the opportunities for us to call her one of the greatest shooters of all time, for her to be a pioneer in women's sports, to be a positive role model for kids and women all around the world, just aspiring to do stuff. So if you can shoot, you can shoot. And you remember that. I know y'all remember that. So shout out to Sabrina Ionescu. We're looking forward to this matchup for ages. We're looking forward to this matchup for years to come because we know it's going to be a good one. Today's the first of many. And we will see who comes out on top with that victory. Again, I will pose this question to everybody. Who do you think hits more threes tonight? Sabrina Ionescu or Caitlin Clark? I'm going to go Sabrina, obviously. Obviously, I'm going to go Sabrina, guys. That wasn't even a question. That wasn't even a question. Today's game, obviously Thursday, May 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern. The game can be found on My9 for local TV. It can be on the Yes app. It will be on Prime Video. And this is dope. I just gave you 3 options to watch a WNBA game. Something that you couldn't do last year. You really couldn't do last year. And I'm pretty sure this might be on the WNBA app too if you have WNBA League Pass. Obviously, if you're not in New York, League Pass will work for you. But if you are in New York, you definitely will not be able to watch on League Pass. But like I said, local TV, My9 is here for you. My9 and Fox Local are here for you. Prime Video, the Yes app, national stream. This is dope. This is dope. And the Liberty do not have an issue with this year because all of our games will be on TV. You can tap in and find Liberty basketball all day, every day for the 2024 season. Liberty shoot-around availability. There will be interviews with Niara Sabali and Leonie Fibich. I will tap in onto that. I will definitely post that once I get that back. And later on today, we got the pregame and the postgame. Also looking forward to join that just to speak to Coach Brondello and get an idea of the preparation ahead for Caitlin Clark. But for today's game against at the Indiana, there are no injuries to report. And we, just looking forward to tonight's game. Looking forward to tonight's game. Let's see what else I got for you guys. This is a quick episode. It's a preview episode, so we're just kicking things off. Obviously, we are just kicking things off for the pregame matchup. And tonight, 7 p.m. It's the real deal. It's the real deal tonight. Let's look around the league real quick. There were only 2 games last night. They were the Chicago Sky versus the Dallas Wings. The Chicago Sky lost. They dropped their first game, 79-87. The top performers of that was Marina Mabry with 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists, and Enrique with 25, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. And then that next game, I'm sorry. How could I speak about the Chicago Sky, not speak about the Bayou Barbie? She had 12 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Pretty solid game from the Bayou Barbie. She could do better at the free throw line. She only shot 25%. She was a -7 on the plus-minus. But you know how it is for rookies. They'll get better. And then the next game was the Atlanta Dream versus the LA Sparks. The deal, Cameron Brink. And then, Tina Charles back on the Atlanta side. But Cameron Brink, she had 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. She made 2 threes. Very active. I liked everything that I saw from her. Rakia Jackson had 7 points, 3 rebounds. It's going to take them some time. They had Kim Kardashian at the game. Northwest came in and, obviously got a jersey and everything like that. But we need to speak about that arena that the Sparks are playing in. I think they got to do a little bit better. They have to do better than what that display that they showed. That definitely looked like a high school gym. And I was not feeling that one bit. We got to do better with the representation of the WNBA. Shout out to everybody in this creative space, man. This is going to be my second year in the WNBA creative space, and this will be my first year actually having access to the team and just covering the players straight up. So first of all, I just want to just thank everybody for coming in, staying in, and just being in tune with me. Thank you for the support. Shout out all of the people who've already been in this creative space. Definitely looking at you guys and using you guys as inspiration to as I pursue my personal career in the media space, especially in women's basketball. When you go on places like X and or Twitter, you see a lot of crazy stuff. You see a lot of different talk. But for me, I'm just happy with the WNBA having a lot of presence. Now we've been seeing a lot of historic statistics in terms of viewership, money. Everything's going up. It's on the uppity up, and we want to continue to keep it that way. So I'm just wishing nothing but positive energy for the W. And there's going to be a lot of different things going on, but we are here for it. We are here for it, and everything that the WNBA is going to bring. But again, I just want to shout out everybody in the WNBA space, everyone who's doing their thing to grow this game. I saw a Slam magazine the other day, and it was highlighting some of the content creators who've paved the way for the W, and who has helped with everything that the W is bringing. And one of my goals is to be on that list in a couple years, and that is going to, that's just going to entail constant grind, consistency, and just bringing you guys everything that we can that involves New York Liberty and the W. So I'm completely looking forward to that. Let's see what else we got here. I'm soon gonna have guests on the show. Definitely gonna have guests on the show, just so it's not me that you guys are listening to and talking to all the time. But I think we got to do it. We got to do it big. We got to get more people onto the show. We got to get more people just talking about the W. And I told you, one of my goals is to get the New York Liberty kind of like how the Knicks is, in terms of, you see so many Knicks support pages and fan pages and everything like that. You see it. And this year, like, we're starting to see a lot more people get into the content creation, want to speak about their teams. And the Liberty is one of them. I think we're going to see a lot more content creators this year around Barclays Center surrounding the New York Liberty. And I'm excited for that. I welcome that with open arms. So, fans, I hope you guys are ready. Content creators, I hope you guys are ready. But let's continue to push the New York Liberty. Let's continue to push women's basketball, and just continue to be advocates for the game. But again, before I go, tonight, 7 p.m., the Indiana Fever versus the New York Liberty. Caitlin Clark versus Sabrina Ionescu. Aaliyah Boston versus Jonquel Jones. Nalissa Smith versus Brianna Stewart. The Liberty versus Fever, y'all. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. I'm looking forward to it. But that's about it, y'all. Again, it's your boy, Mr. Ken NY. You can follow us at NYLFTV on Instagram. And please subscribe to the YouTube. Please subscribe to YouTube. You gotta tap into the shows. Not only are there shows, but we just post content. We post the pregame, the postgame clips as well, just so that you guys can just tune in and stay as involved with the team as possible. But it's your boy Rem. Check us out on www.nylftv.com. Let's go Liberty. Peace.